Previously on Jurassic World the Game. No, Hoskins, you're doing exactly the job I want you to do. It's time for another matchup in the arena. I think you'll like what I've got planned.
Hey, it's Kevin DeWitt here and welcome to the pasthisprime YouTube channel. If you're new to this channel and you're interested in relaxed, casual gaming for an older generation, then please subscribe to my channel. Like the video and click the notification bell to be notified of all my future videos.
Fellas, I don't like to see colleagues bickering at work. Productivity is negatively impacted and it's just no fun. You're all about the fun, aren't you, Hoskins? Don't take your hurt feelings out on me. If Barry didn't want to tell you about Project Ares, then that's between the two of you. But if you want to take me up on the offer I made to Barry, I'll consider it. Maybe I underestimated you. You're not walking fast enough, Zach. I don't want to be walking here at all. Episode 19, Missing Links. This day has been a whirlwind. I need to review the park readiness one more time. Where is it, Zara? The printed version of the checklist is behind you on your desk, Miss Deering. Thank you, Zara. Without you, I'd need a checklist to remind me where I keep my other checklists. Hey, Zara, working hard with Claire? She's pretty tough, but you don't need me to tell you that. You look like you're at loose ends yourself. Not now, Lowry. I'm trying to make a call. Do you mean a bird call? Because that's all you're going to get until the satellite connections are back up. Not even a local call? It won't hurt to test the equipment again. I can't believe I forgot about this. It's so obvious. What do you mean? We've triple checked the list. What have we forgotten? Zach and Gray. I hope they weren't too bored during the thunderstorm. I'm sure they're fine. Bored even. You know how boys are. I don't, and I don't think I want to know how boys are, but I'm their aunt and should do something. Maybe get them pizza. I'll arrange something, Miss Deering. Mr. Masrani, I must have more equipment. There shouldn't be any debate on this subject. Dr. Wu, there's neither time nor money room in the budget. Everything is going to the repairs from the geomagnetic event. Let's not be either hasty or unreasonable about these issues. Run the numbers again and we'll see what can be done. Let me just get in touch with Zara to let her know I'll be late. I want these questions settled now, Claire. Your assistant can handle matters on her own very well. Miss Deering, we have to talk about Zach and Gray. Who? Right. Yes, of course. The boys are hungry. I'm tied up here, so I need you to treat them to whatever they need. Claire, I have some more thoughts on your proposal to gut my research budget. Give them extra dessert for me, will you? I'll see them as soon as I can. It's time for another matchup in the arena. I think you'll like what I've got planned. Who do you have to call in such a hurry anyway? The kids. I have to find the kids. Claire wants them to have pizza. Let's take this from the top. This story sounds complicated. This is ridiculous. We should have stayed in the restaurant. Now we're tromping around in the mud. Those are the same restaurants we have back home. We're in Jurassic World. We have to see everything. We were indoors. I can't get any cell reception out here. I know. Isn't that great? It's getting dark and the park's lights aren't turning on. We should head back. Are you kidding? This is the best part. Gray, I'm not staying out here in the middle of nowhere with just my cell phone screen as a flashlight, which is now dying. Great. You probably were at the battery trying to make a call or check your text or something boring like that. Maybe I can ask Hoskins to send out a search party for the boys. That falls under his job description. You don't want to do that. You'll have to owe him a favor and he'll definitely tell Claire anyway. I have to do something. I can't go searching for them myself because Claire will notice when I'm gone. All the wireless communication systems are still disrupted, but the wired systems are safe and sealed. I might be able to do something. Are you quite finished fooling around down there? I've only just begun to fool around. Wait. Forget I said that. Check this out. I'll flick this switch, step up to the microphone and say, "Zack and Gray, I have pizza for you." What is that supposed to do? If they're near one of the concealed PA towers we use for the hiking tours, they can answer us. So we're basically just shouting in the void then. Pretty much, but it's a start. The broadcast teams would like you to take them on a tour of the research facility, sir. Again? Are they bored or trying to stir up trouble? Hopefully Dr. Wu will have something interesting for them to see this time. Episode 20, Broken Connections. Lowry, are the network connections strong? That's what the control panel says, Doctor, but I've told you that's probably just a feedback error from the unusual magnetic fields. Then it will be your job to watch the network status for the entire length of the simulation. From start to finish, is this one of your 2-hour simulations or 12-hour simulations? Do you really think I'm going to spoil the surprise for you? I'll just get myself a coffee and a sandwich before we start. Larry, I need to be in 2 places at once. Are you telling me with all this equipment you've never once made a clone of yourself? Oh, if only it were that simple. I need manage the research here while conducting an experiment in the field. Why don't you ask one of the dino wranglers? Barry and Owen work in the field all the time. I'm sure they can help you. It's all good. I wasn't sleeping. Did the network connection stay strong through the entire simulation? Spot checks on the performance logs show that the connection was strong pretty much all the time. Pretty much? Don't you mean all the time? This is a sensitive simulation. There's not a lot of room for error. I wouldn't go that far. Given the level of overall interference, I'd be happy that the simulation didn't crash. Well, you're not me, Lowry. I don't think a minimal result is good news at all. Dr. Wu, you'll be having some guests from the media later today. Ordinarily, I'd say that another media visit would be an unwelcome intrusion, but not today. Has there been a breakthrough? I'm about to review the results of the latest Project Ares simulation. That is good news. I insist on reviewing the results with you. I never like the media to know more than I do. This is not something we can show the media. Are you certain about the data? I'll double check for input and rounding errors, of course, but otherwise I'm certain about the data. The results of the simulation are a surprise, of course. I want those simulations backed up by experimental evidence before I let the media know, or Claire. Understood. I'll get to work. As Rani stormed past me in the control room, is everything okay? He's a busy man, Claire, and so am I. If there's a problem, if Mr. Masrani has a concern, then I need to know about it now, Dr. Wu. He wants me to present something for yet another media tour. Okay, I knew about the tour. I'm glad it's nothing more serious. Let me know what you come up with. Masrani can be particular. Dr. Wu, what brings you out here in all the sweat and dirt? Are raptors your favourite dinosaur, Owen? This one certainly is, aren't you, Blue? Good girl. That's a strange question for you to come a long way from your lab just to ask. I have a proposal for you, Owen, and it's better to discuss it in person. I'm all ears. I don't really have time to help you out with your project, Dr. Wu. I've got to focus on Blue and the raptors. They can't take all your time, surely. Your work brings you in contact with the other dinosaurs. Blue and the other raptors have been skittish since the storm. I've got to get them back on their training schedule. Skittish? That's not a usual raptor trait. Why don't you show me what you mean? It's time for another match up in the arena. I think you'll like what I've got planned. I can't take on any extra projects while the raptors are acting this way. What about your colleague, Barry? What's his schedule like? I don't know what Barry is up to. You'd have to ask Hoskins. They're involved in a project. I don't know anything about it. Claire, what's the timeline on the media tour? The tour has been called off. Masrani is allowing reporters to cover some of the security drills. Good. Then can I work without interruption? This is a big job. Whatever you need, just ask. Hey, have you seen Claire? Is she in the office? Do you think she has a minute to spare? She's in a meeting with Masrani. They've been talking for quite a while and there's no sign it will work. Episode 21, Bon Voyage. Simon, I've been looking at the schedule and I can get us back on track with very few compromises, assuming there are no surprises. Then this is the best time to tell you the news. A nearby cruise ship is approaching to take our extremely patient media guests back home. I want to organise a farewell party for their benefit. Spare no expense, as Mr. Hammond used to say. The park still isn't running at full capacity. I don't think this will be the best use of our limited resources. Miss Deering, the geomagnetic event may have ruined our chance at a good first impression, but the final impressions will last longest. Set aside your current work orders and make this your top priority. Don't let me down. Mr. Masrani wants to know how the Bon Voyage event preparations are coming along. Zara, you work for me, not Masrani. If he has any concerns, he can bring them to me directly. I'll relay the message, ma'am. No, I'll tell him myself. Check with Lowry to make sure the closed circuit links to the dinosaur habitats are working. This is a ridiculous waste of my time. I need to get Jurassic World back on track, not plan a special effects gala. I'll tell Masrani that it can't be done. He's more businessman than marketer. I'll make him understand. Whoa, Claire, you look super stressed. Do you have a minute to spare? At the rate this whole business is falling behind schedule, I need every minute I can beg, borrow, or steal. Maybe I can help if you ask nicely. You didn't really say that, did you? That line? You did. Don't deny it. I know you did. I don't have time for this. Sorry, I'll make it up to you.
Alright, well hopefully that was enjoyable. Please remember, if you like what you see here, subscribe to the channel, click the like button, click the notification bell to be notified of all my future videos. Go and check out some of my other videos here that are linked on the side. And I thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.